So I was trying out the Marshall DSL40Cr the other day at a very popular music store in Texas. And I have to say, I was very impressed. The thing sounded wonderful. I played one of the store guitars, one of the few left-handed guitars in the store, just a single coiled Strat, just like a player Strat. And I put it right through directly into the Marshall. And it sounded wonderful. It had that really beautiful classic crunch from Marshall, and then it had the ability to go super high gain, which is kind of what I like. So I was like, man, this is a really cool amp. So I went home later that afternoon and in earnest began just a little bit of research about the 40CR. And I was amazed at what I was reading, because the general consensus online was essentially, when it works, it's awesome. Unfortunately, though, there are a lot of people online who have had very negative experiences with the DSL40Cr. And more than a few of them have posted their experiences on places like YouTube, where they'll be playing the amp and then all of a sudden it just craps out and no noise is being emitted at all. Or there is like a loud white noise coming from the amp. Or one of the channels just mysteriously stops working. And these are brand new amps, mind you. These are amps that have been played for maybe a week or two, or maybe a month or two, and they are crapping out in fairly large quantities. Evidently, when Marshall decided to move manufacturing of the DSL to Asia, they stated to themselves that they will accept a failure rate of 10 or 20 or 30% on these amps, just because of how much money they're saving by having them produced in Asia. Currently, the DSL40Cr is going for more or less about $1,000 US these days. I'm guessing if that amplifier were made in England, I imagine the production cost would be at least 50% higher. So Marshall has essentially said, you know what, we'll take a 20-30% failure rate because we're still going to make money hand over fist. Even if 20 or 30% of these amps come back to us and we have to replace them with another amp from Asia, we're still going to bank. And while that may be a great business model for Marshall, it kind of sucks if you're a musician, especially if you're a gigging musician. When you're out on the road or you're out playing the small club circuit, you need to have something that works. When you turn on your amp, you need to know that it's going to be there. And sadly, a lot of people just don't have that confidence in these DSL40Crs. And nor should they. And nor should they put up with subpar, crappy manufacturing from Marshall. It really is a shame. You know, it's too bad that they're not willing to spend an extra $1 or $2 per unit for some decent quality control. It makes me wonder how bad things are going to get if a company like Marshall can't even get a 1x12 amp right. Are your 2x12s going to explode? I mean, how bad is it going to get in the future? Because if you keep cranking out substandard crap, it's going to catch up to you eventually. So please get it together. Otherwise, Marshall is just going to be another remnant of the 20th century, an interesting piece of history without any place in the modern world. This is Kevin with Rebels and Stars saying God bless each and every one of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.